Being a lineman, without the hard work and dedication of these hard-working individuals, we wouldn't have the electricity that we need for day-to-day life. We work hard and sometimes put in long hours in various weather conditions to hit the ground running and get the lights back on. The next time you see a lineman, you should thank them for the hard work that they do, because after all, we are the power behind your power. Well, people think it's a hefty paycheck and good benefits, but it's more than that. It's coming in and being part of a crew that's more like a family and working hard to win the respect of our community. It's something I've always heard and seen growing up, seeing the big trucks as a kid, hearing the stories my dad would tell me, and it's something I've always wanted to be a part of. It's a gratifying feeling. And to me, at the end of the day, it's as close to being a superhero as it gets. Seeing the hero that my dad was, that I looked up to, and seeing how he enjoyed his job here. They say if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. The world's always gonna need a lineman. If I ever have a son, this is a career path I'd like him to get into. Dad's made a name for himself here and has been successful, and one day he's gonna retire. And it's up to me to carry the torch and make a name for myself here. Of course, this job has its days just like any other job. But knowing that I played a part in keeping the lights on that day so that families could continue to live their day-to-day life, that's a gratifying feeling. Well, it's always fun riding through the community and seeing the kids smiling and looking at the trucks, and we're waving at them, and we're engaged in our community. And we enjoy that. We enjoy seeing the smiling faces. When you get the power back on to somebody who's been without power for days, and the grown man comes out in tears, crying, thanking you for getting his family's lights back on, at the end of the day, when you go home, there's no question, did you make a difference that day?
My husband is Cameron Phipps, and he's a lineman at PwC. He runs a service truck here. Now that I'm married to a lineman, I think I see a lot of the behind the scenes that goes into it. You know, before we got married, before he became a lineman, I didn't know. You know, I had no idea, but there's a lot of long hours and late nights and 3 a.m. phone calls, missed holidays, birthdays, and it's not as easy as it looks, and it is a very dangerous job. You know, I never let him leave the house without telling him I love him and to be safe. We have 2 young daughters, so when he leaves to go on call or on storm or whatever, he's leaving us at home. So I think me and my kids, you know, we have become more understanding, and whenever our power goes out, we try to make the best of it. Play games, you know, do whatever, because whoever's fixing our power is somebody too. And I really think people should make the best of it whenever your power goes out, and don't just, you know, complain, oh goodness, you know, it's taking them forever, because it's not just a press of a button or a flip of a switch. It is dangerous, and, you know, it's not going to be a quick fix. I don't think people realize what all it goes into being a lineman, and I don't think they realize how dangerous it is, and that when you see people working on the side of the road, and, you know, like, I try not to look on Facebook when there's a big storm or whatever, because, you know, you're going to see people complaining about how long it's taken and things like that. But those people, again, are somebody, and they've got kids and a family at home waiting on them. But, you know, when you see them working on the side of the road, slow down, move out the way. When your power goes out, or it's 3 o'clock in the morning and your power goes out because somebody hit a pole, you know, wives or families at home like me are losing sleep, praying for them, making sure they're going to be okay. So, you know, just be more appreciative. Instead of complaining, say a little prayer for them, you know. I'm very proud of my husband, and he loves what he does. And me and my kids really appreciate what he does, but I think everybody should all the time, not just, you know, on April 17th or, you know, whatever day, but it should be something that you're appreciative for, because you have power and you have somebody that'll come out and fix it if it's messed up, you know.
I have appreciation for electric linemen. Due to them always being here on site, willing to help customers when there's a storm that's happened or just a simple power outage, they're always here quick and they respond quick, and they help us in the customer service to be able to tell the customers what's going on and get their power restored as soon as possible. You know, I grew up and my father was a lineman for over 30 years now. It was hard and it was good. Seeing my father go out there and help people, even travel to other states to help people who got hit harder than us during a storm, it made me feel good about my father to know that he's willing to go out there and leave his family during that storm to help others. So I didn't ever have him during those hurricanes or snowstorms, but now I understand that, and he don't know how thankful I am to have him as a father and do what he does.
I am the owner of Root Awakening. I also own Cursive, which is a gift shop on Franklin Street, and I'm the landlord to the other wonderful shops that are over on Franklin Street. I think that being in my business especially, electricity and stable electricity is super important, and PwC linemen are the best at keeping that happening in Fayetteville. On a second note too, they also put up downtown's Christmas decorations for us, and we love them. I mean, I kind of follow it because I'm geekish on trades, right? And they seem to be some of the best in the country at keeping our power going, and when it goes down, very rarely, they get it back up so fast. I just have such an appreciation for that dedication because they do it in conditions that aren't very favorable for them. I think most people that know me personally know that I have a real soft spot for our hometown utility. I think we're lucky to have it. I think it operates so well and so functionally. I think the people really care about this community. They're always giving. As someone who participates in downtown and downtown projects, we appreciate their sponsorship when we reach out to them and they're able to do that for us. Yeah, during hurricanes, you know, again, we've had those brief outages and we've had those troublesome times, and they're so cognizant of that. I think they're very conscious of small businesses and that need for power to avoid that loss of, for me, it would be loss of product, right? When freezers go down and I have no external storage outside of here. And I think anytime I reach out to them, we share a dumpster program downtown, and they participate in that, and they're wonderful partners for that. So I think that they're a partnership with us. They're not just this big utility company that's anonymous. They're really a community partner, and that moves all the way down to the employees. I actually just sponsored a couple of them that are doing the United Way go down the wall thing, right? So there's nothing much better than to have that community feeling that we have with them.